Hey everyone, we've woken up to a beautiful October morning here on the farm. Was just looking through our PDA and trying to find some things to do this month, because as far as it goes for our farm, there's not a whole lot of work to be done. We've got our grass field that's growing. Fingers crossed it'll be ready to harvest next month for our last grass harvest of the season. So we'll be able to take care of that next month and get the grass and silage off of that field. Our canola and barley fields, the barley field we picked up last month in September from Kate, those fields are all taken care of and just growing, and we're waiting for next summer's harvest on those. So looking through the PDA this morning, I saw that there were quite a few contracts that we could grab a hold of and get done. So I picked up the first one just a moment ago, and we're actually on our way over there to mow a field. So we're going to cut this field, get the a worker started here on doing that, and then once that's finished, oh, we need to turn right here. I think we're going to take the ferry across the river. Once we get this field started on mowing, there's a couple other cultivating contracts I want to pick up. There's also a bale wrapping contract I want to grab, and then there's a spinach harvesting contract for the field next door to ours that we plan on buying next. So yeah, definitely thinking about jumping into that field and doing the spinach harvest, just to be able to work that field before we own it, and experience working in spinach for the first time. So we'll get over to the spinach field, or the grass field that we need to cut, and I'll see you guys there. Okay, so here we are in this contract field that needs to have the grass cut. Let's make sure our guy's set up properly here. Looks good. We'll get him started, and then while he's getting started there, we're going to jump back into the PDA and we're going to look at these contracts. So the next contract I want to pick up is this cultivating contract, and we're going to borrow the items for this contract. And then also I want to grab a cultivating contract here, and I think that we are going to use our equipment for this field, so we're going to grab that one as well. So we need to get to the shop and get the tractor that's waiting on us and get over into this cultivation field. So let's hop over and do that. Very nice John Deere 8R with the tracks on it. Large cultivator. So let's get this guy hooked up, and we'll get him over to the field we need to be in for him. Let's see where that's going to be at. Okay, so just across the water there on the right. Here we go. So I definitely thought at first, hey, we could probably sleep through October because there's not a lot for us to do on our farm. But then when I started looking at the contracts that were available, I really hated to waste the month and not do anything. And I saw that there was an opportunity for us to grab a few $1,000, maybe somewhere close to 25,000 this month, just by doing some of these contracts and getting this work done for these other farmers that need some help. So I definitely think it's probably a wise decision, especially since we're going to need to buy a seeder sometime after our harvest comes in. And then I've really been thinking hard about maybe next year for our large fields, planting soybeans or planting corn. And those are going to definitely need some different kind of equipment than we have now, and those pieces of equipment do not have cheap price tags, so we could definitely handle getting every penny that we can into our bank account. So Let's get our guys set up here as well. We'll get this cultivation going. We do want to start with the headlands, and we'll get him going there as well. That's a great looking setup that he has. I like that. Maybe one day that'll be in the cards for us as well. So we'll make sure that he gets going properly here, and then we'll jump back over and we'll go grab our case and our own cultivator, get it set up in the next field that's ready to get harvested. I'm sorry, that is ready to get cultivated. I got harvesting on the mind. So he's off and going. Let's check in on our grass guy. Looks like he's almost finished with this field. That'll be great. We can collect on that pretty quickly. And then we'll go ahead and, like I said, jump in the case here. We'll go grab our cultivator, head off to that next field that needs to be cultivated. Oh no, you know what I just did? I put the John Deere tractor in the wrong field. No biggie. We'll just put this guy in the other field. Or maybe we'll correct that mistake. So yeah, let's jump back in our PDA here and just take a look and make sure that we're doing the right field. So our John Deere's in the wrong field. We need to get him moved up to the correct field. Let's see, what's the acreage? 4 acres. And you know what? No, we're just going to switch tractors, and we're going to take the case up to this field and get this contract done with our machinery. So let's bounce up, take a look at our map, see where that field's going to be up here. So looks like we'll cross the river where he's working, and then we'll head right up to it, up near the biogas plant. So I'll work on getting him over there, and then I'll check in with you guys when we get this job started. Okay, here we go. So getting right up here to the field so we can get the case set up and cultivation started here. This is a 4.5 acre, close to 4.5 acre field. Or actually, this one was smaller than the one we put the John Deere. This is just a 4 acre field. We'd like for you, sir, to start with the headlands, and we'll let you get to it. We'll check back in with him a little later as well. Our grass mowing contract is done, so we can go ahead and grab the dudes out of that field and get it back over to the farm, and maybe find a little something else that we can do with that worker. So as this guy figures out how he wants to start here, looks like he's good there. Going to drop his cultivator and get going. We'll head over to the dude's tractor to take it back home. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab this guy, get him folded up. And we will get him back to the farm. Okay, so back at the farm, let's go ahead and hop back into the PDA again. Get a look at these contracts. Got one completed, 2 that are still going. You're going to look over again. There's a bale wrapping contract that I think could be pretty lucrative as well. But what I think I want to do is jump down here to this harvesting contract that is set up to harvest the spinach that's in the field next door to our farm. So we're going to do that, and we're going to borrow the equipment as well, just to make sure that, hey, if we ever decide to get into spinach farming, we'll know how that goes. Uh-oh, we already have 3 active contracts. Easy enough. I'm just going to go up here, and we're going to collect on this contract. Now we can jump back in and we can grab that contract and borrow the items and get back over here to the field and start work on that. All right, so here we are over at the dealership with the equipment. So I think what I'm going to do is we're actually going to set a worker to take that harvester. See if we can get down here to it. We're going to have we want to create a job. We want this guy to go to here. And then we want to start that job. And then we're going to jump in the McCormick here. We're going to get out of his way. And we'll meet him there at the field. Hopefully he doesn't get stuck. Don't get stuck, friend. Let's take a look again at him. It looks like he's going to get stuck. Alright, so we'll hop out of the McCormick. We'll run back over. And we'll jump into his piece of equipment. Maybe see if we can get him. No, we don't want you to unfold this equipment. We want to fold it back up. Alright, so now we're going to try this one more time. Excuse me, folks. When we get up here, we'll stop. I think I'll set the McCormick up to pull the trailer. We'll set the McCormick up to pull the trailer for us. We want to create a job for this guy. We're going to have him go to... We'll just have him park here on the street. That seems easy enough. And maybe we'll see him pull out here in front of us in just a second. There he comes. So we'll just follow him in. I think that'll be the best thing to do. Let's take a look at the inside of this thing. It's a beast. So yeah, definitely this field that we're about to harvest for spinach is next on our land acquisition list. It's selling right now at $208,000, and I'm kind of hopeful that when they replant it for next season, they put a crop in it that we can harvest or that we want to harvest. And that way, once we get the funds to buy it, we'll also be able to buy the crop out of the field and make some of our money back on that initial harvest that we didn't have to pay to put in the ground. That's the ideal situation. Hopefully they don't put spinach back in it. So, coming through right here, this is our field on the right, growing canola. And these are our fields on the left, growing canola and barley. So let's get down to the field and I'll check in with you guys when we get set up and get going here. Alright, so here we are down in the spinach field. Just getting the workers set up to start harvesting this crop. And we'll hop out here and we'll get up to the McCormick tractor and we'll do some carting for him. Not really sure that he's going to be ready for our help anytime soon. But we will go ahead and get the trailer down in the field regardless. Little in-cab driving here, the McCormick. It's a nice looking tractor. And we'll take this little squirrely, twisty track down into the field. Nice. So we'll be here out of the way whenever he is ready to give us an offload there. Let's go ahead and put the mowers away. I don't think there's anything else that we're going to need this tractor for. So we'll definitely just go ahead and get these two pieces of equipment put down and out of the way. Kind of a tight squeeze in here right now with the harvester in here as well, so let's try not to run over anything. There we go. Easy peasy. Alright, let's make sure we're on the right working group there. Let's go ahead and lower that down. Nope, don't unfold it. We just want to drop it. There we go. So that may be it for our dudes for today. We put in some work with that contract of mowing. Looks like we're finished up with another contract as well. So let's jump in and see how we're doing with the cultivating. All right, looks like our case is still going. He's a little bit more than 70% done here, and that's great. He'll be finishing up in no time. So it seems like the other field is finished, the one that the John Deere was working on, and we'll have to hang on to that tractor until this cultivating job is done, because that was the tractor that was supposed to be in this field. No, I guess we could go ahead and collect on that contract that he has finished, because then I was thinking of grabbing that bale wrapping contract, and we could just go between wrapping bales and emptying the spinach harvester as well. So let's jump back into the PDA and we'll get that finished up. So get down here to our active contracts. Cultivating is completed, and so we want to go ahead and collect on that. Excellent. So now we have the harvesting and the cultivating that is getting finished up that are left. But we want to look over, because I want to go ahead and pick up this contract for bale wrapping. And this is one that we'll have to do manually. So we'll have to keep an eye on the harvester to see when he needs to be emptied out. But we're going to need to borrow this equipment, because I don't have a round bale wrapper that's not attached to my baler. So that's going to cost us $400, but we won't have to pay any kind of fee to our worker, because we're going to be doing that manually. So we'll get to keep all that profit minus the cost of renting that equipment. Just want to take a quick look at the spinach harvester to see how full he is and how much time that's going to give us. So it looks like he's not even a quarter of the way full yet, only about 16 or 18% full. So it looks like we're going to have some time to work on wrapping bales until he needs us to do any carting for him. So good deal there. All right, so here we are. Let's jump into the lender, and we'll grab this wrapper. Oh, four-wheel steer, that's nice. And we'll get into the field. That's going to be great for wrapping bales. Okay, I'll catch up with you guys over in the hayfield. Okay, here we are in the field, ready to wrap some bales. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of bales to wrap here, so I'm kind of glad we picked up this contract. We'll get started with this. And then we'll also check in with the harvester while we're doing it, and yeah, we'll make some easy cash. There we go, guys. Easy money. So let's shut this tractor down, jump back over to our McCormick, check in on our harvester here in the spinach field. Looks like he is only about halfway full. So good deal there. That'll give us opportunity to come get our case. He's finished up, so we'll go ahead and fold him up. And you know, while we're here waiting, let's go ahead and look and see if there's any other contracts that can be done. And we'll go ahead and collect on this contract. And then we'll also collect on our baling contract. Let's go back over and see what else we can do to make some quick cash. All right, I think for right now let's work on getting our tractor back over to the barn, and once we get back over to the farm, check in on the spinach harvest again, and then we'll make a decision at that point if we want to grab another contract that's available. Just got down to the ferry to get across the river, and it looks like, yeah, we're gonna have to wait on this barge to float by. But that's a pretty good shot of the barge coming down the river. I haven't seen it cross but in the ferry line yet. Nice. All right, let's go. Let the captain know that we are ready to cross. Alright, just getting back to the farm. I'm going to spray off the cultivator, get it cleaned up and put away. Get the case sprayed down as well and cleaned off. Definitely want to keep this equipment clean. I don't think there's any other contracts that I've seen that really catch my attention for being really lucrative today. Oh, we got to finish this up because our spinach harvester almost has a full bin. So anyway, we'll get this cleaned up, put away. We're probably going to jump over and get that spinach harvester emptied out real quick. All right, here we are on the McCormick. Go ahead and get this guy fired up and ready to go. And we'll figure out how to empty this this spinach harvester. Not 100% sure as to which side I need to be on. With my luck, it's going to be the other side, so we'll have to wait for him to make that turn. And it does seem that way. Oh! Nope. Okay, so that's going to pick way up on that side. Let's see. Are you gonna... Can I get it on this side? Nope. It does not seem that way. And now he's gonna ride all the way through. That's okay. He's not gonna get full by the time he gets back around. But you know, he may break from the track when he comes to this next corner, so let's just be over there where we can grab that. These fall colors are amazing. Everything in October looks so beautiful, especially knowing that in November and December and January and February all these trees are pretty much going to be bare. But these fall colors look really great, this map. I like it. Alright, so let's see if we can get him to stop. There we go. Okay, here's what we're going to do. There. We'll just stop his work. Now we'll be able to get in line with him. Oh, stay out of the canola. But we'll be able to get in line with him and get him emptied out. So let's pull up close. Wait, see, I don't think that's close enough. So let's make sure we're right beside his equipment. Let's just see. Let's see if these are the same. There we go. Can we get it? Oh yeah. Easy peasy. Perfect. Oh, that's a lot of spinach. Okay, now we know how the spinach harvester works. Next time I think will be a lot easier. So let's get out of here. Let's jump back in. Get him closed up. And then we'll send him back on his way. Alright, perfect. Now we can work on getting this where it needs to go. So let's check our map and we'll see where we need to roll to with this. Ooh, that's a pretty decent ride. So, alright, off we go. Alright, here we are at the sell point for the spinach. We'll pull up here and get this unloaded. And here we go. That is a lot of spinach. Perfect. So seems like maybe one more offload. Can we go around this way? Yeah. So it seems like one more offload of the harvester should finish this job up for us. Dumping off that. The trailer load put us right over 50% of having the job done. So we'll get back to the farm and oh, there goes another sign. We'll get back over to the farm and I'll catch up with you guys there. Okay, here we are back over in the field and our harvester is ready to unload one more time, so we will get the rest of this spinach, get it taken back over to the sell point. Oh, we're not close enough. Easy fix. Easy fix. So let's get under this tank, conveyor tank. Not really sure what those things are called. If you know, I would really like to know. So leave a comment and let me know what's up. But we'll get this one offloaded, get it over to the sell point, and then I'm thinking that possibly the rest of the spinach could be ours to sell and keep. So we'll definitely want to take that over and sell it off as well. So yeah, let's get this over to the sell point, and I'll catch up with you guys over there. So here we go, coming in with the second load of spinach for the sell point here. Gonna get this dropped off, and this may finish up the contract. There's a little bit of spinach left in the field, so we may need to go back and grab that as well for the contract to get finished up. If this does finish the contract, then that's going to mean what's left in the field is going to be for us, and we're definitely going to go and harvest that and bring it and sell it, because every penny helps, right? Especially when you have fields on the plan to be purchased, land acquired, and then you have equipment that you're going to need to buy to take care of that field. So let's get back over. Nope, looks like we're almost finished, but just a little bit more. So we'll go make sure that the rest of that field completely gets harvested and loaded into the trailer here, and then we'll get it back over to the sell point. So see you guys back in the field. Alright, so back over in the field, and we're going to pick up what is left in the harvester to take to the sell point. A little frustrated that we can't get the rest of what's left in the field. I tried, but it wouldn't let us have it. So there's a pass there that it missed and a little bit on the other side. So we'll take what little bit of product is left here in the trailer and sell it off, get a little bit of extra income from that, and then we'll go ahead and close out this contract. So one more trip over to the sell point, and see you guys when we get there. Roads? Where we're going, we don't need any roads. Alright guys, so we're getting back over to the sell point here. Just gonna drop off the rest of this spinach. Should allow us to keep the income from this little bit that we have here. And yeah, so October wasn't a whole lot that we could do on our farm like we talked about in the beginning, but that doesn't mean there's not contracts that can bring in a little bit of extra money for you. And we started out the day with $17,000. We're going to drop this off here, and then once we collect on this, so we got about 2,400 bucks there from that, and we'll get another roughly 5,000 for completing this contract. So it's gonna put us at about $41,000. So not bad for what, a half a day's work. It's less than 1 p.m. now, and yep, there was a lot to do. We're fortunate that we had some workers to do things for us, but yeah, it worked out really well. So we're going to get this tractor back over to the farm, and we're going to get this contract completed, and we'll see you guys there. So go over here to the field. Let's shut the tractor down. We'll go ahead and jump in to our PDA here, and we'll let our guy know that we are finished with his contract and we would like to collect on that. Perfect. So we end the day with $40,000 and we started the day with 17. So contracts are pretty easy money, and will definitely help you supplement through some of the slower times on your farm. So yeah, so that's going to do it for October. We'll probably see you guys again in November if nothing comes up this month that we have to do. But until then, as always, if you like this content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.